Hey, everybody. Here we are with Zane Smith. I love the name. I think that's so cool, man. It's like James Bond, you know?
Kind of.
Zane's a food wholesaler, but he's also got something pretty cool happening on Facebook. And it's a Facebook group called Distance Socially Eat Locally. Zane, welcome. How are you?
Thank you, Paul. I'm very well. Thank you.
Awesome. Listen, man, I just hit this group. You've got almost 3,400 members. Well done, man. That's
Yeah.
no easy feat. Good for you.
Yeah. It kind of just grew naturally by itself, just with promoting it and inviting a few friends on Facebook, and then just progressed from there. They started to invite more and more. The original idea behind it is that when all this COVID started and they made the announcement that the restaurants were going to have to shut down their dining room areas.
Yeah.
I deal with a lot of those restaurants. A lot of those restaurants are friends and business people I deal with in my business. And my initial thought right away was, you know what, let's get this out to Facebook right away. Let's create a group and help. That group's purpose is to promote the restaurants while they're in probably the biggest struggle that they've seen in some of them ever in history. Yes. Yeah.
For sure.
A whole entire industry that's dedicated to customer service and the dining experience, to have that taken away, that's like very, very demoralizing, especially to the owners.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And could be devastating. And it's amazing that you took on that task. I mean, as a food wholesaler, it's right in your wheelhouse. But,
yes.
To get traction of 3,400 members, just like, that's incredible, man. So really well done. As I scroll through here, there's a lot of great posts, a lot of great engagement, people posting the foods they're eating, what's open, what's available. I just love it, man. That's awesome.
Yes.
That's cool. I'm sure
there's a lot of interaction just with people just posting what they're having for dinner, and a lot of engagement that I'm not even am part of. It's just people posting now automatically into it. I try to post once a day into it to, like yesterday I posted, if you've been away from North Bay for a long period of time and you come back, everybody has that one restaurant that's their go-to restaurant. And still this morning, I think I started that last night or maybe the night before, I can't remember. There was still posts adding to that original post this morning, like everybody has their favorites. I mean, Greco's was on there, Ivan's was on there, Twigs, Terry's Place, Churchill's. Everybody has their own preference of where they go if they've been away for a long period of time. So that was just everybody adding into it, and it just creates the more posts you see, the more it shows up on everybody's feed, and then the more it shows up on everybody's feed, it just makes everybody aware of what's going on in the restaurant.
And the hungrier I get too. I mean, I'm going through here now, and I mean, I've ate at a lot of these restaurants, but there's a few I never thought of. So not only does it kind of show you what's available, it kind of reminds you of some of these places that they're maybe tucked away that you forgot about. And looking at the photos, it's like, I gotta get back there, or over there.
For some of them, it's introduced them to customers they've never had before.
Yeah,
which is a good thing. Which is a very good thing. So,
yeah, like we talk about Urban Cafe, you don't see it. It's not, but it's awesome food.
Yeah,
it's just absolutely awesome. So, very interesting. That's really cool, man. I mean, well done. Great job. These businesses have got to love this idea, about distance socially, eat locally. So, hey, hats off to you, man. Well done. I know you're busy. So, I mean, to take this on as well.
Yeah,
it adds a whole other element,
Well, social media, it's an advertising medium that we all have access to, right? And it definitely it's growing every day. Like I get a few requests that come in on my phone that I approve automatically,
Yeah.
and and some of them just get added, like yourself. I think you just got added probably because
Yeah.
you're already a friend of mine. But we've had requests from San Francisco, Taiwan, and
Wow.
they're saying that we've seen your site, we've seen the growth, we kind of like the idea. And I said, you know what, just use it, just take it and use it in your own market, because
Yeah.
if it helps, it helps. Yesterday there was an announcement of a major a very popular pub in Toronto that's closing its doors permanently. Just
Yeah.
because, for some of these restaurants that aren't open, their rent is due in a few days, or their lease is due. And the government's coming in and they're helping, but it's still a struggle for a lot of them. And you know what? I've been behind the scenes in almost a lot of them, dropping off product to them, or just going in to chit chat or see where they're going. And they're trying to keep as many people employed as possible. Obviously,
Yeah.
the front of the house, the servers, not as much, but the back of the house, they're trying to keep people employed. And they've made dramatic shifts in how they operate their business. Some of them were not geared to takeout business, and they had to switch, almost overnight, to be able to know how to survive. And some of them have done it quite well. The businesses that are used to takeout are doing well because they're used to it. But those that didn't have a takeout business, you know what? Now they do.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and maybe down the road they'll embrace that more as we crawl out of this COVID crisis. But as we progress into changing their business model, or bringing their business model to a point where they can do more takeout, which is just another part of getting their product to their customer, right? So
yeah. Some have done it so well, exceedingly well. Just a quick one. Went to Ivan's the other night, pulled up in the car. They immediately come out, asked your last name because we called the order in. Came out with it on a tray, took it. Said to us, "Thank you for supporting us." I thought that was awesome. And then she asked if I wanted some what's that stuff called for your hands?
Hand sanitizer.
Hand sanitizer. Sorry, slipped me.
That's okay.
So she gave me a little bit of that, thanked us profusely, just well set up, man. We were in and out 10 minutes. It was awesome. So
and they brought it out on a tray.
Yeah, they had it on a tray.
That tray was actually a group member's idea.
Yeah.
Because they were bringing it out in a bag and just handing the bag out. She said, "Why didn't you bring it on a tray?" I mean, we know people have touched the bag, but the less touching, better. And that was actually a member from the group who suggested that. And Christine at Ivan said, "Yeah, we're going to do it." She replied right away, and they implemented that right away.
Yeah.
So those are and that's responding to a customer concern. And if I recall, that post was a long time ago, but the girl thanked Ivan's profusely for changing it, and they've done it ever since. So
just an absolutely excellent experience I had there.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome, man. Listen, thank you so much for hopping on. I appreciate it. I'll put this link to the group in the post as well.
Thank you.
Let's get a few more thousand eyeballs on this thing, and let's continually blow up these restaurants so that they have maybe the best year ever. Right?
Yeah.
They can't.
No. But on the last note, we do. I do have a plan. Once we crawl out of this COVID, the name is going to change from Distance Socially, Eat Locally, to Gather Socially, Eat Locally.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, very cool.
So we're going to continue, hopefully continue on with it, and it'll just be a medium that the restaurants can just continue to have an engaged audience in it. And hopefully one day we can change that name to Gather instead of Distance.
Yeah. We're gonna get there. It's coming. Get there, It's coming.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Paul. Okay, thanks for everything you do as well. You're helping us all out greatly.
No problem at all, man. Thank you so much for hopping on. I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.